always, because they're only 3,000 or 4,000 words, I know the ending. And I'm working towards the ending from the first sentence to try and tease you, to try and take you towards the ending. Now, not with a novel. With a novel, I'm lucky if I know 10 pages. And after the 10th page, I pray the 11th page will come, and then the 12th page, all the way through to the end, and I have no idea what the ending is. Absolutely no idea, because I'm a storyteller. I've never had a letter saying, "Oh, Geoffrey, I read your book and I knew the ending straight away." If I don't know the ending, you can't know the ending. So that's the risk you take. It's one heck of a risk that you take, but when you begin moving the pen, you have no ending. It's a risk I enjoy, because the better endings come as the book moves on. Next, there you are, sir.
My name is Ramalingam. I want to ask you this question. Lord Geoffrey Archer, when you were young and when you were reading...
I am young. You may be a sorry old thing sitting in the front row. I am young. Who thinks I am young? Yes. Try again.
That's very interesting. Lord Geoffrey Archer, when you were in your 20s and 30s, what kind of books you read, which authors you read, what were the readings which impressed you? Though it's a God's gift that you write so well today, there must be some writings or books which would be of great inspiration to all of us to know. That's my question. Thank you.
I think I've always loved storytelling, so I love Dumas. I love The Count of Monte Cristo. I love Dickens. But of course, in those days, there was no television, no radio, no much entertainment, so you could have 2,000-page books. Now 400 pages, as was pointed out here, is a realistic size for a book. I also love Jane Austen, simple storyteller, beautifully written. But I think my favorite author is probably F. Scott Fitzgerald. I think he has a remarkable command of language, a remarkable gift with words, and an amazing ability to lead you down one path and then take you off in another direction. That's really what storytelling is. Next. Oh, we're being dominated by the school, which is good. Hello.
Hello, I'm Brett Fernandez. I'm a teacher over here.
Right. What are you doing with the boys? I thought this was an... Oh, all right, go on.
I'm one of them.
You're one of them.
They know it. Okay, the fourth estate, Keith Townsend's punchline was, "I'm sorry, I lied." Is it a dialogue that you came up with to get out of trouble?
I think sometimes when you're in a book, you have to use a sentence that allows you to move on. And I can't remember that particular paragraph or where it comes in the book, but you always use a sentence, you use an opportunity to use a sentence to get yourself to move on to the next chapter or whatever is coming next. Next.
Lord Archer, I have a question. Right here.
Wave. Oh, there you are.
Right here, right here.
Oh, sorry, sir.
Would you ever write a book set in India? On Indian politics and politicians, maybe?
I would never write a book set in India, and I'll tell you why. If you want to write, you must write about what you know about and what you feel safe with. I feel safe with English politics, big business. I feel safe with simple storytelling. You would know in a matter of pages that I knew very little about India. You would know I don't have a real feel, an inside feel for India, and therefore the book would be a disappointment to you. So I don't write about other countries either. I don't write about China. I don't write about other countries. But So I would say the great Indian novel has to be written by an Indian. My only comment is that if I came to live here, if I have another ambition in life, it is to be the Minister of Transport. I have never come across driving like yours anywhere in the world. Perhaps in Italy occasionally, but never anywhere else in the world. You must explain to me, great teachers that you are, you must explain to me why the people in this country are taught when they are driving that the white line should go down the middle of the car. This is a complete mystery to me, why the white line goes down the middle of the car, and why you go slowest in the fast lane and fastest in the slow lane, and don't indicate when you're going into another lane. This is all a mystery. I'm sure there's a simple explanation, but it's all a mystery to this poor Englishman who cannot believe that on coming from the airport the day before yesterday and traveling into Calcutta, there was a man parked on the outside lane, the fast lane, getting something out of the boot of his car. No, when I come back, I'm going to be Minister of Transport for India. There we are, over there.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
So you mentioned about R.K. Narayan. Which
Great
are the
man.
other Indian authors that you have read and enjoyed?
Yes, there are many great Indian authors, but most of them, frankly, are writers. They win Nobel Prizes, they win accolades, they win great awards. So R.K. Narayan is my favorite because he combines both good writing and storytelling. And indeed, Graham Greene, the great English writer, said he should have won the Nobel Prize. That's how good he was. But yes, I've read Salman Rushdie, I've read V.S. Naipaul, I've read Vikram Seth. Yes, of course I've read them, but my favorite is R.K. Narayan. Here we go, next. There, all good, we're all coming good. Next.
Sir, my name is Radiman.
Wave at me. Oh, there you are.
Yes, I want to ask you a question, sir. That a few minutes before, so people were just, wanting to get your signature on your book. So, but then, sir, a few years back, when you wrote your first